Welcome back to the Strength Talk podcast. Today, we're diving into something that, let's be honest, we all struggle with. That constant battle between what feels urgent and what is actually important. You ever get to the end of a long day, you feel totally exhausted because you've been busy, but you haven't actually made any real progress? Yeah. Let's talk about why that happens, and more importantly, how to fix it.
You know the feeling, right? Your calendar is just a wall of meetings. Your inbox is a nightmare, and you're just running around all day putting out fires. You are definitely 100% busy. But when you look back at the week, did you move the needle on your biggest goals? Or were you just, treading water? So this brings us to a really powerful analogy. I want you to picture your time as a big, empty glass jar. The rocks are your huge strategic goals, the projects that are going to create real, lasting value. And the sand and gravel, well, that's all the other stuff. The little emails, the small tasks, the minor interruptions that are always yelling for your attention. And here's the trap we all fall into. If you start your day by pouring all that sand and gravel into the jar, answering all those little emails, handling all those small, reactive tasks, you look up and you realize there's literally no room left for your big rocks. Your most important work gets shoved to the side day after day. So how do we break out of this cycle? The key is to stop reacting to your day and start intentionally designing it. And to do that, you need a really clear framework, one that helps you see your tasks based not just on their deadline, but on their actual impact. And the tool we're going to use is actually super simple, but it is incredibly powerful. It's a 2x2 matrix. This little grid is going to help you categorize every single thing on your plate, giving you total clarity on where your energy needs to go. And here it is. It's so simple. On one axis, you've got tasks from urgent to not urgent. And on the other, you have important to not important. This creates 4 zones. Quadrant I, that's crisis mode. It's urgent and important. Quadrant 3 is the interruption zone. It feels urgent, but it's really not important. Quadrant 4, that's just pure distraction. But the place where the magic happens, the secret to high performance, that is Quadrant 2. And this, right here, is the big aha moment. Most of us spend our days bouncing between Quadrant I crises and Quadrant 3 interruptions. It feels productive, but it's not. The truly high-performing leaders, they intentionally build their days around Quadrant 2. That's the secret to actually getting ahead, instead of just trying to keep up. So what exactly is this magical Quadrant 2? Well, these are all the things that are absolutely critical for your long-term success, but they don't have a screaming deadline attached. This is where strategic thinking happens, where you do your planning, build relationships, and prevent problems before they start. It is the engine that drives all real progress. So what does this look like in the real world? We're talking about things like investing time to build key relationships, actually sitting down to draft that long-term strategic plan, genuinely coaching and developing your team, or taking a course to build your own skills. These are the rocks that build the foundation for everything else you want to achieve. Okay, so the theory is great, but let's get practical. How do you actually start spending more time in this high-performance zone? Well, it all comes down to a simple 3-step action plan that you can start using today to prioritize what's truly critical. It's actually pretty straightforward. First, you've got to identify your key Quadrant 2 activities. Second, you have to schedule and fiercely protect time for them. And third, you need to do a little audit to see where your time is really going, not just where you think it's going. First things first, you've got to know what your rocks are. Before your week even gets started, just pick 2 or 3 of those critical Quadrant 2 tasks you're going to commit to. This isn't just another to-do list. This is your success list. Get them on paper. It makes them real. All right, step 2 is probably the most important one. You have to pay yourself first with your time. You literally block time in your calendar for this deep work, and you do it before your calendar fills up with everybody else's emergencies. You have to protect this time like it's the most important meeting of your week, because it is. And finally, step 3, you got to find the leaks. For just 2 weeks, be a detective of your own time. Just track where it honestly goes. I promise you, this little audit is going to reveal a huge gap between what you want to be doing and what you're actually doing. It'll show you exactly where all that sand is pouring into your schedule so you can finally plug those holes. So, we've walked through the problem, we've got the framework, we've got the action plan, but now it's really over to you. I want to leave you with a direct challenge, because understanding this stuff is one thing, applying it is what changes the game. So I'm going to leave you with this question to really think about. What is that one important but not urgent thing that you consistently put off until it blows up into a crisis? Is it that big strategic plan? Is it training a key member of your team? Just identifying that one thing is the most powerful first step you can take. So what's your rock, and what are you going to do to make space for it starting today? Make sure to join us next week as we talk about how to make time for work that matters. And if you're ready to turn these insights into action, enroll in the Positive Psychology Coaching course and start building your best future today. Thanks for listening to Strength Talk.